Let's talk about Star Wars, and yes, I'm wearing an England 2026 shirt. The game is tomorrow. I'm quite excited about that. Anyway, The Mandalorian and Grogu officially sets exciting new release next week after record-breaking box office run. Well, it was record-breaking to some extent. Here's the article. The Mandalorian and Grogu is coming home. Just like England. The journey of The Mandalorian and Grogu began with a live-action television series created by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, where fans were first introduced to Din Djarin, played by Pedro Pascal. The Mandalorian follows Din as a lone bounty hunter traveling across the outer reaches of the galaxy after the fall of the Empire. The show was celebrated as an instant streaming sensation, which helped expand the Star Wars universe. Yes, it did. The issue is they continued it for a season too long. They should never have done season 3. It has officially been revealed that the latest Star Wars movie will be available to purchase digitally from July 21st on platforms which include Prime Video, Apple TV, and Fandango, and to own a 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray from August 25th. The Mandalorian and Grogu arrived in theaters on May 22nd and added newcomers to the franchise, including actors Sigourney Weaver and Jeremy Allen White. The digital and Blu-ray offer hours of exclusive bonus content, including numerous features and audio commentary. Collectible versions of 4K UHD are available in a steelbook and in a special Beskar Collector's Edition, which are US only, of course, which includes special packaging and a metal poster. After 3 seasons of The Mandalorian, Favreau brought the magic to theaters with Pascal returning as Din Djarin, and the world's beloved Grogu, who is often referred to as Baby Yoda. Despite having such a successful series, 2 seasons, the movie failed to launch and struggled to maintain its footing in an entirely new setting. The Mandalorian and Grogu broke records, but unfortunately not for the greatest of reasons. It was the softest opening weekend of any live-action Star Wars film, with a disappointing $82 million domestically. The Mandalorian and Grogu grossed over $340 million worldwide, making it one of the lowest. No, it was the lowest performing Star Wars movies overall. And compare that to 2015 Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, which grossed $936 million domestically and over $2 billion worldwide. I'm sorry, if they ever thought, if you're Disney and you ever thought that The Mandalorian and Grogu was going to do Episode 7 numbers, you're insane. The amount of damage they've done to this brand, I tell you. Episode 7 was big because it was the return of so many things. We were promised the return of Han, Leia, Luke. I guess we got them in Episode 7, but you never had Luke and Han interact on screen. Never in that sequel trilogy. And that damaged the reputation from the get-go. Okay? Then Episode 8 was the controversial, divided mess that it was. And Episode 9 was a unfortunate set of circumstances of sweeping the broken cracks of The Last Jedi, trying to make and salvage a trilogy that just shouldn't have been a trilogy in the first place. Now, when you look at Star Wars now, what's the difference? Well, instead of 6 years to ruin it, they've had over 10 years to ruin it. We've had shows like The Mandalorian, which was fantastic and should have ended at season 2. But they pushed it. They went for season 3. Not the best. Ahsoka, terrible. Skeleton Crew was alright. The Acolyte, I think, was one of the worst decisions they ever made. And I do kind of now want an Acolyte season 2. I made loads of videos on it, chatting about it. There was a lot of rage bait at the time about it. But the Acolyte season 2, I'd love to see. Honestly, I would. Because I don't think you could destroy Star Wars as much as season 1 did. But I'd love to see Leslie Headland give it a freaking go. You know. So, let her do it. Let her destroy it even more. Mandalorian and Grogu, I'll be completely honest. I've not seen it. I've not even attempted to go and watch this film. Because I've been bitterly disappointed with Star Wars for the last 3-4 years. Bitterly disappointed. I think, probably since like the end of 23, 24, when I was talking about, Skeleton Crew. I thought that was okay, but it wasn't revolutionary. They've announced multiple movies that are now not going to come true, like the new Jedi. Like, is that film still happening? I I genuinely don't know. I still look for that film and be like, are they still doing it for next year? Not a thing. Of course, we've got Star Wars Starfighter that's coming out next year. Yeah. That, I think, is actually going to be beaten by Star Wars. I think that film's going to be beaten by a Star Wars film. And that Star Wars film was the original Episode 4. The original A New Hope. They're re-showing it in the cinemas at like select times and select dates for the 50th anniversary. I feel like that's going to get more money than this Starfighter film. Because the one thing this movie doesn't have, honestly, for being honest, is it's not like The Mandalorian and Grogu, where it has a series that is following. That's somewhat loved. You know, Mandalorian and Grogu is loved. Just season 3 was such a disappointment. Book of Boba Fett was a disappointment. Okay? The only things that I think they did really, really well was Andor, and I really think they did the Kenobi series. I really loved that. Say what you will about it, I loved it. I haven't yet finished More Shadow Lord or whatever it was. Still got that to finish, but you know, things like that. I started it when it released, and I just was like, I'll binge it once all the episodes release, and I just haven't done it yet. I might do that over the weekend, but who knows. So, where does this leave us? Star Wars, you know, the release is coming next week on Monday. No, Tuesday, sorry. Are you buying it? I think I might rent it. I might rent it and give it a watch. Okay? I might rent it and give it a watch. Because I feel like it's a film that I should probably see. And then I can make a total judgment on this movie. But I don't want to rent it. Or no, I don't want to buy it digitally. I don't see the point of buying digital movies. I'll just rent what I want to see. Especially a movie that I know is going to be on Disney Plus by the end of the year. So, yeah. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching this video. Thank you for watching the little rant. And I'll see you on the next one. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I'm returning, and I want to try and hit 200 subs by the end of this month. I know it's a lot to ask. But if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.